What's up everyone? So today I'm going to be unveiling a new car, but I'll give you 3 quick hints as to what it could be. It's rear-wheel drive, it's Jap and it's turbo. So with those in mind, let's go to common problems that can also give you a quick hint. So the common problems are, it blows gaskets, turbo to exhaust nuts wiggle loose, they have to be welded on, the manifold to the turbo studs come loose, the exhaust manifold bolts snap, rust, core pack issues, not exactly fuel efficient, but they're sick cars, they're just wicked. Without further ado, here is the car. Ta-da! There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I have officially joined the Nissan club. As you can see, it is an S14A. It's a UK spec car. It's a 1999. That means that it is one of the last cars before they switched over to the S15. So we have the stock front bumper. It has got a few cracks. I'll just quickly zoom in. There we are. It's got a crack there. It's got a couple of scuffs along the front. Nothing too major. The bonnet is stone chipped a little bit, but that's going to get a complete respray. The car itself, actually, hold up, let's zoom back, is in Coro black, and when it's clean, the previous owner, I believe, actually polished her up like proper machine polish. There isn't really any swirls in it, which is quite good for a car that's all black. It's got Vertex side skirts, which is a nice touch. They're not too low, but yet not too high. This isn't a touring model, so it didn't come with side skirts from factory anyway. We've also got a Vertex rear bumper, so what my plan is to actually get hold of a Vertex front bumper to complete the whole kit. Stock rear lights, which actually work quite nicely with the black. Stock rear spoiler, but I'm going to be changing that for a kooky. I'm going to be deleting the wiper because it's actually dead, it doesn't work. Tinting the rear windows out. So if you can imagine, the rear quarter and the back window are going to be completely blacked out, and I'll probably tint the fronts maybe 5%, who knows. On the rear, the car is actually running Rotor GTRs. I don't know the spec on them exactly, but I know that's what it's running. Me and Bobby with the purple 15, we think they're 9.5J, but I'm not too sure. But let's try lighting that up. There we go, so you can see them a bit better now. They're a weird gunmetal / anthracite colour. Previous owner obviously curbed them a little bit, but I'm not a big fan of rotors, so they'll be changing. The fronts are also rotors. We're not too sure if they're GTRs or I think the rears are GTRDs and I think the fronts are GTR, but if someone can confirm, that would be absolutely smashing. The front stock calipers have been painted gold. I'm trying to get a better angle of these. I believe they've got uprated pads and uprated discs as they've been grooved. Moving on to the back of the car again, the car actually comes with a Blitz NER system. The original centre boxes and resonators have been completely cut out, but it's not particularly loud, not in comparison to my mate Bobby's one, which I don't actually know what he's running, but it's definitely a Blitz. There is markings on the can, it's just dirty as fuck, so it needs to be cleaned and polished up. So going inside the car now, just bam. I love that, man. If I love one thing about these cars, it's the fact that they're like pillarless, so there is absolutely like no pillar there, and it's just so cool. Like the car is just so period correct. I just love it. Love 90s cars. But if we go inside the car, here is what we are introduced by. That is a fake Nardi. That's being changed straight away to my Momo wheel that I bought off Bobby. There's a Pioneer app radio 3 in there, some generic eBay boost gauge, and other than that it's pretty stock. I mean, there's aftermarket tweeters on here, there's some form of upgraded speakers in there, and the rear I am running Rockford Fosgate speakers. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty clean. It's not been abused, put it that way. But let's go under the bonnet. We've also got this mysterious red button. No one knows what it does. I have a feeling it was a temporary button for the horn. But yeah, you press it and nothing happens, so I might rig that up to work with something in future. So there's the engine bay. It's had a front mount intercooler put in, hence why all the boost piping is there. What else have we got? We've got an aftermarket induction kit down there. The stock heat shield has been moved. We've got a Turbo Smart, come on focus, there we go, we've got a Turbo Smart boost controller as well. Other than that, like I say, it's pretty stock. I mean, there's a few spots of rust along the front slam panel, but that's quite common. The battery tray is also a little bit rusty, but I can't get any light down there. Car's also fitted with HIDs. I'm not a massive fan of HIDs from the get-go, but it's just something I have to live with. Yeah. The car also comes with tyre coilovers. I don't know what brand they are. I don't get any C-spanners, so yeah, just got to again live with that part of buying a partially modified car second hand. You can't always do things yourself like you want to, but yeah. What's up guys? So I've had to move things on inside because it's absolutely freezing cold, it's getting dark, and I'm not really feeling that great, so I'm just trying to minimise the risk of getting any worse. But let's move on to points I've missed about the car. Power specs. So the car is running a Horsham Developments Stage 1A chip. This allows the car to be anywhere between 270 and 290 brake, so I'm shooting down the middle and saying the car runs to 80, although I have no proof of this. The car is also running a front mount intercooler setup with obviously the piping to suit, a induction kit and a full exhaust system for breather mods. That, you know, it's a nice touch. The car hasn't been fettled with too far. It allows me to put my own touches on it. I won't be going as far as I've done with the Civic, with the sort of engine out, smooth the bay, get rid of power steering, get rid of, you know, all the godsends that help us enjoy driving. Not that the Civic wasn't enjoyable, but it does take a toll on your arms when you've kind of been trying to go around the corner. Future plans are going to be sort of front bumper out, because I can't stand the OEM bumper with the sort of wider sort of skirts and rear bumper. I've got a kooky rear spoiler to go on there. Big shout out to my mate Mike for that. I'm going to be sourcing a top spoiler for the rear window, blacking the windows out, and just trying to find some better wheels, because I, honest to God, cannot stand the rotors that are on it. I'm not really a fan. Whilst I'm going through the motions, I probably will end up dropping the diff and the rear subframe, changing all the bushings, because the car does feel a bit sloppy. I had the car literally on the road, not even 24 hours, and it's kind of compulsory to do a rolling burnout, I think. But yeah, so this car is not a skid car. It is not a skid car. That is not what I've bought the car for. If I wanted to get the car as a skid car, I would have gone out and bought myself a ropey BMW. The build log on this car probably won't be as in depth as the Civic, because there isn't a lot that I want to be doing to this car. I don't really want to mess around with it too much, but I'm just going to document my journey with the car. You know, for me, cars are, they're a passion thing. It's a labour of love. You know, you spend the money, you're not always going to make money on them, but again, it's what I try to tell people. The money aspect isn't the point. You know, you just get on with it. A car is there for fun. Some people use a car to get from A to B. We use cars as an escape. It's as simple as that. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.